Welcome to our beginner reformer workout. This is just a short workout and we're going to be actually exploring the principles of Pilates and really looking at some of the basic exercises, the very fundamental exercises that you need to know. So let's get started right away. I'm working on a marathon reformer, and so I have 3 heavy springs on, and you'll have to adjust your tension accordingly whether or not you're using the same reformer. I'm going to come down onto the carriage here. And I've got my headrest up one, I've got my foot bar up. I'm going to take my feet on the foot bar in a, what they call first footwork position. It's toes apart, heels together. You create a V with your feet. Your knees are going to be about shoulder distance apart here, and your pelvis should be in a what's called a neutral position. That means that you have a small space between your lumbar spine and the carriage. This is a great position for your spine to be in all the time. So we're going to try to keep it there today. I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, you're going to exhale like you're blowing through a straw. That's going to help you automatically fire some of the core muscles. So again, inhale through the nose. And this time as you exhale, you're going to push that carriage all the way out until your legs are straight, but try not to hyperextend your knees. And then draw the carriage in. Let's use our exhale to press out. That will help us keep the abs recruited and then guide that carriage back in. So I want you to think about moving the carriage in and out of your own accord. So don't let the springs do the work for you, you do the work. That's it, and lengthen away and draw it back in. Now the goal of this is of course to warm up the legs and the feet, but it's also to increase body awareness. And in this exercise, it's about where your pelvis is in relationship to the carriage. So making sure that it stays in that neutral position and challenging the abs to hold the pelvis there. Let's do 2 more. Exhaling out, inhaling to return. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed and open and your arms are relaxed. Let's do 1 more here. And come in. Now you're going to bring your legs together and your feet together. Put the ball of the foot against the side of the foot bar and then just hug the toes over the bar, toes wrapped. And again, exhale to press out and inhale to turn. We change our leg and foot position throughout this series of footwork so that we start to warm up the intricate muscles in the foot and ankle, and of course the larger muscles in the legs. This can become pretty quad dominant, meaning the muscles in the front of the thigh. So we really have to focus on the muscles in the back of the thigh, engaging them, feeling like you're pulling yourself away from that foot bar. 2 more, exhale out. Just keep breathing even when I'm not reminding you. And return. Now put your heels on that bar with your legs still together. Breathe in. Exhale, pull yourself away from that bar and then guide it back in. You want full range of motion, so your legs will straighten. You don't want to lock the knees out. You want to straighten them, but not hyperextend them. So really control that end part of the movement here. Press and return. Now if I'm moving faster than you're ready for, you slow the movement down. Nothing wrong with going slower, especially in the beginning when you're really focused on your form. Now we're going to go on to the next one. It's called high half toe. So you're at the end of the ball of your foot and your foot is against the side of that foot bar and you're in kind of on your tippy toes. So your heels are lifted but not overarched so that they splay out. Then try to hold them still in space as you press away. We're still exhaling to press out and inhaling to return. Breath can be a really challenging issue in the beginning, guys. So my main point for you is to keep breathing. So if you're not inhaling when I say inhaling, that's okay, as long as you're not holding your breath. And then the breath will make more sense as you continue to practice. Now we're going to press out. You're going to lower your heels under the bar. Make sure you're not hyperextended in the knees. Then lift back up, and let's just practice that, lowering under and lift up. I want you to exhale as you lower, keep your abs engaged. I also want you to feel like your glutes are hugging each other and your inner thighs are hugging each other. So you're nice and compacted through the center here. Strong powerhouse. And 2 more, and 1 more, and come in. Now just take your heels on the bar, on the outsides. with your legs turned out. We call the second position. You're going to press out. I like the heels all the way to the outsides of the bar so you get that really nice wide stance with your legs turned out like that. You can really focus on the glutes here, and that's what I want you to do. So you're going to exhale away, keep the abs engaged throughout all of this. Inhale to return. And let's just do a couple more. Press. And again, press. And in. Now bring your legs together and put your heels on the bar and scoot down a little bit away from the shoulder rest. We're going to practice the hundreds. I call it the 100 start. So what I want you to do is breathe in, and as you exhale, you're just going to fold up and your arms float up off the carriage and your shoulders actually round forward a little bit. That assists in flexing your upper back. And then come back down. Now, normally you do this with straps on the reformer, but if you're new to Pilates, we really want to get all of these movements down perfectly before we start adding resistance. So you're going to exhale and come up. And what I want you to think about as you come up and lower down is not lifting from your neck muscles first. They have to help support your head, of course, but you want to pull yourself up with your abs, sliding your ribs toward your hips and creating that flexion in the upper back. Here, our goal is to maintain that neutral. That's a really hard concept to get at first, so you're not coming up and kind of going into a whole ball shape. You want to keep your sacrum on the carriage. Might take you a few tries to get that one, but it actually really works at challenging the upper fibers of your abdominal wall. Up and down, and one more time, breathing, exhale up and inhale down. Now from there, we're going to reach back, grab your straps, and we're going to put the straps onto your feet. So if this is your first time doing this, it does feel really funky, but it becomes everyone's favorite series. So you're going to push the carriage out with your feet, take one foot off. Oh, we're going to go down to 2 heavy springs here. You're going to push out and you're going to put the strap on one foot, press into that strap and hold the carriage in place as you place your other foot up. Then bringing your legs into a tabletop position here, you're going to feel the straps want to pull you all over the place. You're going to press away and return. And as you do that, you want to keep the pelvis in this nice level position. Remember, we practice that with your feet on the foot bar. It's easier to do it with your feet on the foot bar because they're against something solid. Here, it's more challenging. So just move slowly. You can even take your hands and place them on your pelvis and make sure that it's not moving around on you. And just 2 more times. Exhale, press away, and come back in. And you really want to maintain that nice neutral alignment, that disassociation, moving one part of your body and holding the other part. Steady really is crucial in Pilates. Now, we're going to lift and lower. So your legs are straight but not locked out, and you're going to lift up without lifting your tailbone off the carriage, and then draw the legs back down using the back muscles in the back of the thigh. Inhale, fold at the hips, not at the spine. Exhale, draw down using the back of the thighs. Inhale up and exhale down. Let's do that a couple more times. Shoulders open, rib cage relaxed, and draw down. This is a really great way to mobilize the hip joint and really lengthen out the hamstrings. Now from here, we're going to go into an inner thigh stretch. So this is another a lot of people are really tight around the hips, so this is great. Try to bring your legs to vertical, and then from there, reach the legs out, stretching those inner thighs, and then bring them back together. Do that again. Exhale, reach open, and close. Now, pulling down, don't pull from behind your knees, pull from behind your seat. And let's do that again. Legs lengthen up, inhale. Exhale, reach open 1, and back, reach open 2, and back, and draw it back down. One more time. Again, you can slow it down if I'm still moving too fast for you. And reach, and then draw it down. Now you're gonna bend your knees, and we're gonna take one strap off. Reach that foot for the foot bar. Hold yourself in place and take the other strap off. Slide a little bit away from the shoulder rest here. You don't want to be right up against it. You want some freedom for the shoulder rest to move. Then we go into what we call an imprint position. You're going to tip your pelvis back here slightly, lowering that lumbar spine toward the carriage. It might or might not be on it. It just depends on how much you tilt back. And just do a minimum tilt. And then strong abs here to hold that pelvis in place as you bring your legs to tabletop. Tricep presses. Inhale to bend, exhale to lengthen. And again, press and bend. Let's do 3 more, and 2, and a little bit of the back of the arm work there, a little bit of tricep work. Now pulling straight down, lift up and exhale, pull down, breathe in, draw it down, and again, pull down. One more time, pulling down. Now, you're gonna reach your arms out to the sides. Try not to let your shoulders go up into your shoulder rests and then back down. Inhale out, exhale down. So try to keep parallel to the floor here. Feel the lats working. 2 more, pull. 1 more, use that exhale as you pull, and then return. All right, from there, we're gonna come up off of the carriage, and we're gonna have a seat here facing the back. So this is a great one for posture. I'm gonna take your springs down here to 1 heavy spring. Then, you can sit with your legs crossed, or you can sit with your legs out over the headrest. Slide the straps up to your elbows, sit tall, and if you need to sit up on top of something to help you sit tall, do that. Especially if you're tight in the hip joint, it will help. Open the elbows out to the side without popping the rib cage forward. This is so great for helping strengthen the muscles around the back of the shoulders and give us that nice balanced look, and actually help your posture if you're someone who kind of tends to round forward. Now you're strengthening the opposing muscle, so it'll help you stand up taller with more ease. 2 more, open and close, and 1 more, reach out there and close. Now, because we did triceps, we need to do biceps. You can shorten your straps or just shimmy back. We're not rolling back. And you're gonna do a bicep curl here. Elbows lifted, curl in. So we have a nice balance with front and back muscles on all parts of your body. 3 more, and 2, and 1, and forward. Okay, now we're gonna turn to the side, and you're gonna have a seat. Again, sit up on top of something. If you're kind of sitting like this, lengthen up. Then hold the strap in front in the hand closest to it, and lace your fingers together, forming a circle with your arms, and hold that hand right in front of the sternum, and you're gonna do side twist or spine twist seated. Exhale, rotate. Now notice that my arms are not swinging. They're staying the same relationship to my body. So imagine that you're holding a basket out in front and you're just turning that basket from one side to the other, and it's not changing shape. Only your ribs are rotating and back. All right, let's turn around and do that same thing on the other side. So have a seat, fold your legs, sit tall, grab the strap in the hand closest to it, lace your fingers together, line your breastbone or your sternum up with your hands, and rotate, and back, and rotate. So you want to feel this and focus on your abdominals, the side of your abdominals, your obliques, rotating you. And exhale, turn, and 2 more. Return slowly, 1 more, turn, and return slowly. All right, now we're gonna turn and face the front, and you're gonna grab a strap here. And we're just gonna take your arms right here and pull from second. Close around and open. And 2, and exhale, 3, 1 more. 4, and then just drop your elbows back. Now you're gonna do your offering. You're gonna reach forward and open, stretch. Come back to center and lower back down. And again, reach and open. Get the stretch, but don't collapse into it with your scapula. Reach into those fingertips and back down. 1 more, reach and open, close, and draw it back down. All right, now from there, we're gonna do a little side bend. So notice that we're getting that spine to move in lots of different positions here. We did some flexion, some rotation. Now we're gonna do a little bit of side flexion. You can sit with your legs folded in front of you here, like we did before, or you can turn your legs toward the shoulder rest. Foot bars up. You're gonna reach your arm up, and you're just gonna press over and stretch to that side. Come back up and return down, and just do that again. Lift up and press over. Come back up and down. Let's do it 1 more time. Up and right over to the side, up and down. Now let's turn around and do that on the other side. So just the first half of the full mermaid here. Hand on the foot bar, reach up, breathe in, exhale. As you go over, don't collapse under here. Feel like you're lifting up. Come up and down. And again, up. Now push away, use that resistance to help you lengthen. And one more time, reach and right over, stretch, up and down. Now from there, we're just gonna come off the side here. We're gonna do our final exercise, which is a leg stretch. So we're gonna go right into our single thigh stretch. Take your foot on the floor and your other foot against the shoulder rest and square yourself off. From here, you're gonna sink down and then just lengthen away. Come forward and up. So keep the abs tight. You can keep your upper body lifted, so you go into a slight extension here. Press back. Now don't push with your hands, push with your feet. Forward and up. And one more time. Exhale, down and back. Inhale, forward and up. Let's do that same thing on the other side to finish up. I always put the spring on the same side I'm working on. That helps the carriage move nice and smoothly. Sink and press back, forward and up. And again, sink, press back, forward and up. Keep the abdominals tight, keep the hips square. Push with your feet. Last time, forward and up. And that does it for our very brief beginner reformer workout. You can see many more longer versions of these workouts on our website, johngareytv.com. I hope that you'll subscribe to our channel though, because there'll be a number of beginner workouts that you can try and some intermediate ones as well, and some focused on specific body parts. Thank you so much for joining me. Hit the like button if you like this video, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.